Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Well, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
How your mama doing? No, I'm joking. Okay, he's gonna edit it. You better edit that.
I'm not taking it
See
out.
the teeth?
Just because you show your teeth like that don't mean
that's how a black mama talk when they.
That's how a black mama talk. I think a lot of mamas probably talk like that.
That is true. You know what? Let me stop saying black. But a lot of black mamas do that.
Yeah, it's probably.
I don't know.
Probably some Indian mamas
I'm not going to even
talk like that. Indian and.
Well, I know I see them do other things, but we're not going to get into that. Okay.
What they call those things? The chocolatas. They throw them.
Hey,
the sandals.
I don't know.
The sandals.
No, I'm not going to do
Dominican
it.
moms.
I'm not going to do it.
You know, but anyway, you're not a sandal person. You're more like a computer phone.
Can you stop telling my business?
Whatever you got that's available around you, kind of person. Listen, if it's a computer
I'm about to turn
nearby,
the camera off in a second.
That computer might end up.
That is not what I do. No, when you're doing something wrong, I will break. That was in my past. Can we mercies are new every day.
Been changed.
No. I was changed back then too. I was disciplining.
Delivered. That was funny to me.
This is my face that I'm not playing with you.
Right now is the moment.
I'm about to hire somebody else to be on the show with you if you keep it up.
This is funny.
Okay, this is too much because you're wasting film or whatever it's called.
There's no film.
I don't care what it's called.
No film.
Stop.
Why is she like this? Why?
I saw that. You need to stop. I told you about yourself.
You know I'm just messing with you. Okay. You know I'm just messing with you, right? So what are we talking about today?
This is about to be a moment of silence show. As they help me find another.
They gonna help you find another
co-star.
host, another co-host.
A co-host.
Listen, you can't fire me. I quit.
I'm not playing with you. Okay, you better not have this in there because you're doing a little bit too much playing.
This is funny though.
It's not funny. He's been going all night, and then he's sitting here because he had a show and got his little Voices of Service shirt on my show.
You know what I'm saying? Shameless plug.
That's why they can't even see the whole thing. Can you not do that?
Anyway, so what are we talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. I think what you said that we were supposed to be talking about was.
He's gonna tell me what I said.
What did you say? You tell him what you said, Miss Brunchin with ReGina.
Can you stop spitting on me? That's right. Now let's smile about that. Mm-hmm. Let's smile about that. Okay. So now that I have gotten this is what the kids do. I don't know what that means, but anyway, don't put that on there, please, because I don't know what that means.
Could be Illuminati or something like that, and we not Illuminati, but it could be an Illuminati symbol.
I doubt that.
You doubt that?
Anyway, because we would. Okay, no, I'm not even gonna go to anything else. Okay, so you're broaching 50.
Mm-hmm.
Fast, like you're approaching 50.
God, don't say it like that. It's not fast. I mean,
it's November, and
we're in June.
Fast, okay.
July, August, September, October, no, 5 months. So it's still 5
fast,
months.
Y'all.
I still got 5 months.
In your time of living.
In my time of living.
Why do you have to try to sing everything? This is not a show for Voices of Service. This is brunching.
It was a song.
Brunching. Stop. No.
I was just
focus. Okay, I'm putting my mommy hat on. Okay. And if I have to produce these things myself,
I was just repeating you. I wasn't really singing.
If I have to edit, produce.
To clarify, I was repeating what she said, but I was saying it in a solemn manner.
When he comes back from shows, this is what we get. Like, he's so buffed up and beefed up. You know, I'm like, take your shades off, chill out.
What?
Okay. So now he's gonna edit that because he don't like me saying that. So
I don't know who she's talking to.
Okay, we need to stop playing and we need to get this done.
Go ahead.
Because we have things to do.
Say what you're going to say.
You don't tell me what to do on this show.
Oh.
Okay? Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Turn your phone off.
I'm about to turn the volume
up. While we're
up.
recording your show.
You're going to edit that. Anyway, so basically what I want to know is what's some of the best advice you've gotten in less than a second.
Wow.
It's my show, ain't it?
I've gotten. There was a older gentleman that I used to work for. I worked for Reuters. I don't know, probably about 15 years ago.
Not
maybe longer than that. 20 years ago, something like that. Oh yeah, probably about 20 years ago. Yeah. So I used to work for Reuters, and I used to do like IT type stuff, installing computer systems in for different businesses, so that way they can get the news and whatnot, stock exchange reports, et cetera, different things. But the gentleman that I used to work for, he always used to compare, because I was younger than this other gentleman that we worked with, and he would say that, he said, see, don't be like this guy. He said, because I'll tell him something and he'll say, I know. And then what happens is,
that was a habit though, probably.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It's like he didn't want to be one-upped. The guy didn't want to be one-upped, so he always felt like he had to say, I know, I already know that already. And it was basically pride and arrogance, but that's besides the point. But he said, he always just say, don't be the I know guy, because what happens is people will get irritated with you and then they'll stop telling you stuff. And then there will be things that you don't know that they should have, that they could have told you, but they stopped telling you. So he said, just if you know it already, just be like, wow, okay, all right, thank you for that. Thank you for that.
And that's humility.
Yeah, it taught me a lot. So that was some of the best advice I got, and that has served me well throughout my military career. And life in general, civilian world, it served me well, because it's like it's easy for me to float in that world. I'm like, oh wow, okay, great, thank you for that information, and then keep on moving.
And that's good, because in order to learn, you must listen.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah. You never, just because you know the first part, you may not know the middle or the ending, what the person's going to say. That's good advice. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yep. Some of the best advice I got. I guess the other funny thing is, this is going to be funny. Y'all probably not going to get this, but any Frank Zappa fans would get this. Don't eat the yellow snow. That's actually kind of funny.
I know about the yellow snow, but I mean, what does that got to do? Wait a minute.
It's great advice.
Why would you be out there eating snow in the first place when it's dirty?
So here's the thing. If you grew up in the hood like I did, right? And, you would, because snow came, you would...
But what I'm saying is, not to eat yellow snow, because snow is white.
It is. However, I'm just going to leave it at that. I never ate the yellow snow. But the point is that there probably are some people that probably was like, oh, look at this yellow snow. What's that?
I don't think anybody was like that.
You'd be surprised.
Have you seen it with your own eyes?
Truth is stranger than fiction. That's all I got to say about that. People will do some crazy things. I mean, you've heard of golden showers and whatnot.
Okay, no, and no.
I'm just saying. People do some
that's a whole
things.
Nother realm of...
My point being is that
demonism. Don't even make me make up words.
I'm just saying. The point I'm getting
demonic.
At is that, oh gosh, it's right.
It is. So we're gonna hurry up, because I cannot get my hair wet. I do not want to get my hair wet. But so I'm gonna just say one thing. One of the best, because you didn't ask me. You didn't even ask me.
Oh yeah. So what's some of the best advice that you've ever received? I thought it was just about me. I thought ReGina was interviewing Jason. But apparently I had that all wrong. Apparently you chose to make this about you again. So, Miss Brunchin with ReGina, what is some of the best advice that you've ever received?
I'm about to say Will Smith in a second. Okay? And you about to be Chris.
About to be Chris. That's not right.
Okay.
That is not right.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Wow.
Now stop.
No disrespect, Mr. Rock or Mr.
His name is it Chris Rock or Chris Tucker?
Chris Rock.
Oh, don't say Chris Tucker. Okay, it's Chris. So it doesn't even matter, because you already did that to him, and you was just willing to.
Wow, but you
Will
actually
Smith someone.
You just said the name.
You're gonna cut that.
You just said the names. You
don't
just said it.
Don't put that on there. You said Will in the last one. But I was just telling you about to be Chris, and I'm gonna be Will. So Will would be proud of me right now.
Churlish and insubordinate.
Anyway, I'm not really concerned about that. So basically, one of the best advice that I've ever gotten, and I'm going to limit it to one thing so we can speed this up. And this is going to sound maybe painful to some people, but not for me. I've experienced my process of healing. I had twins, and I remember as I was in pain and all that, but after I was able to reflect and go through my process of healing, Pastor Thomas, he wasn't even my pastor, but he gave me some of the best advice about the twin that was the surviving twin. One passed away. God has one and I have one. So he said, he looked at me and he said, Regina, now let Anthony live, and not through his brother's life. And at that point, you know, I heard him, but I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna let him live. He's not his brother, and his brother is passing away. But in that moment, I didn't really quite get it, but I heard him. So it was a seed planted. But later on, after my healing started, and then every year birthdays come up, then every year the birthday comes up, the other twin is remembered too. But separating those things it was important and key. And him saying that helped me to make sure that Tony I was able, yes, I'm still mourning, but Anthony is still celebrating a birthday. And then eventually I was able to raise my flag and say, you know what? Jason is not in the grave anymore. And yes, I'm remembering Jason, but this is Tony's day. But that advice, separating the two and not letting Tony live through his brother, it was good information, because sometimes your grief or your loss or your mourning overshadows everything in your life. And because he gave me that information, I have a total of 7 children. So my other kids also had to live. So it made me say, okay, God, we're going to have to figure this out. And it always stayed in my mind, I'm not letting them live through the death. Yes, I lost a child, but my other kids are living. So I cannot let them live through this death thing, because then we'll all be broke, busted, and disgusted. So, but that was one of the best advice. Because I had lost my mom when I was 9.5, and that affected my entire life until I got the proper healing. But if I had that advice back then, maybe, or I don't know, because I was 9.5. But yeah, even as an adult, that helped me heal. That was some good advice. And little did I know, then it continues to help me heal. It's learning how to separate. Yes, that was a bad experience, but it all wasn't bad. So, you know.
It looks like it's a perspective piece. In a sense, it's like, you know, it's not to say that, well, you still got one child left. That's not what that's not what he was getting at. What he was getting at was he said you have to acknowledge that you have a child that you have to nurture. And he's living. And even
the month of August.
And he needs you.
He's still living. And yeah. So that's great. That's one of the best.
It's good stuff.
Advice in my whole entire life, really. One of the best things, and it causes me to remember that, and also it helps me nurture, like you say, a child. So and that's it. But I also thank God, because sometimes, you know how God like kind of tells you to do something and you don't do it. He foolproofed it, because he separated the time of death from the time of birth, because I lost the twin on the 14th, but I was able to deliver on the 16th. So how great. Yeah. And that's about it.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything else, we can end on that note. Think of some things that, and the people that gave you that advice, and go back and tell them, because sometimes people don't even know that they've impacted a life. That's bringing me to this thing of honor, because a lot of people don't even know that they've impacted. So I want to honor Pastor Thomas, even though I highlighted him in something that I wrote about losing Jason Jr. But I'm going to go back and I want to tell him thank you, because that information impacted my life. Because sometimes just one word can help somebody to keep going. So that advice, and then you going back and saying, hey, that was good advice, will keep them giving advice.
So yeah, if you would put in the comments to basically honor the folks that have given you some pretty doggone good advice over the years, and that you've been living by it, but again, like ReGina said, they may or may not be aware that you actually took what they had to say to heart. Put that in the comments, share it with everybody else so we can see the advice.
Because it could impact the next generation. And remember, we're always trying to sow seeds, plant something positive. So it could be something old that you receive. And remember, the next generation, we need to continue giving them the old stuff, because some of this new stuff, and it ain't hitting on nothing.
But the point is that knowledge doesn't always get transferred, and we
need to that's the importance. Like
that's
what that guy gave you, what that guy gave you, you called it advice. It was probably some knowledge that he learned over time, but that was good advice. We need to advise the next generation. It doesn't matter how they're acting, whether it seems that they're listening or not. Every time you open your mouth, you're spitting seed out.
You're planting a seed, both positive and negative. Anytime you open your mouth, you are planting a seed.
So in saying that, I just want to say this one thing before I say this last thing.
We close
the
up at the same
Bible
time.
talks about, I can't even remember what the Bible says, because you just got me. You close it for the second time. We're not in church. Messed me all up. My God, have mercy.
That's me.
Anyway,
you gotta close out the sermon now.
Oh my gosh! Why are you?
So in summary, my key points were.
Oh my gosh! No. Basically, we perish because of lack of knowledge. The next generation does not need to perish. Like how they're looking, like they perishing, like they pretty much starving.
Perishing.
I don't know what it is. Okay, well, you correct me, doctor. So anyway, they are starving. They look like they're starving because they need some of our wisdom. So let's eat. I don't care if they're rolling their eyes, doing whatever. Like my son, I still plant. I don't care what you're saying that you don't like it. You don't want to go with me. No, come on, let's go do this, because we need to interject the stuff that we know into the new, like old and new. Like that song from NDRE, like the old and new. He can teach me some stuff. I can teach him some stuff. So in saying that,
old people will talk to young people, and young people will talk to old people. We can make ourselves.
We can make a better people.
Yeah, better people.
So, but anyway, that's that. But in closing, basically, I just wanted to say, if you have planted some negative seed, you know what I'm gonna tell you to do. Apologize. You can dig the seed back up.
You can put an axe to the root.
Put something back in there.
Yep.
It's never too late, because you know why?
Why?
You're still breathing. Get to it.
Let's get it.
All right.
All right. Well, click like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Appreciate y'all. Deuces, y'all.
All right. Bye.